students. In today's class, we will be discussing the 7th chapter which is prescribed in your text, that is The Gardener. And the lesson is written by the famous Indian Kannada writer P. Lankesh. Before going to the text, let me introduce you all to the author P. Lankesh. Have a textbook. P. Lankesh, 1935 to 2000, is an Indian writer and journalist who wrote in Kannada. Okay, as we all know, we are very familiar with the name P. Lankesh, and he is an Indian writer and a journalist. He is a very well-known journalist. You might have heard his very famous paper called Lankesh Patrike. Yes, he was the managing director of the paper. He was a very well-known journalist and was writing in Kannada. After graduating with an honours degree in English from Central College at Bangalore, he completed his Masters of Arts degree in English from Maharaja's College, Mysore. He pursued his graduation from Central College at Bangalore and he pursued his Master's degree in English from Maharaja's College, Mysore. P. Lankesh's first work was Kereye Neeranu Kerege Chelli, a collection of short stories published in 1963. In the year 1963, P. Lankesh wrote his first work called Kereye Neeranu Kerege Chelli. It is a collection of short stories. And then this was followed by several collections of short stories and poetry, 3 novels, critical essays, translation. His translation includes Charles Baudelaire's Flues du Monde, Oedipus Rex and Sophocles' Antigone. See, P. Lankesh, he was not only writing short stories, instead he was also writing poetries and he has also written novels and critical essays and he had also made translations. As well as he has also written plays and films. His 1976 film Pallavi, a cinematic narration told from the female protagonist's point of view and based on his novel Biruku. See, based on the novel Biruku, he made a movie called Pallavi. It was a best cinematic narration and the movie was mainly concentrated on the female protagonist's point of view. Female ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಚಿತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಟಗನಿಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡವರು ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And this movie has won India's National Award for Best Direction. For his direction, he has won the Best Director Award. This is a short introduction about the author. Okay, before going to the text, before going to the context, I have a question. See, do you think is there any difference between competition and rivalry? Just think. If your answer is yes, can anyone give me the example? Okay, let me give you an example. Yes, competition and rivalry. Both are different. See, let me give you an example first. See, many of the students in the college, they will be having urge to get good marks. Okay, you will be having urge. I need to study well, I need to put effort and I need to get good marks. So what happens, we will be conducting tests, exams and based on your performance, what we will be doing? We will be giving the results, isn't it? See, when you get your results, you find, obviously you will get the result and then what you do is, you just compare your marks with your friends' marks, isn't it? That's what we all do. See, I have got 100, out of 100 I have secured 90. Then you compare your marks with your friend's marks. He or she, they have scored 95. Yes, what you think is, oh, my friend has got more marks than mine. So what I am supposed to do is, I need to put little more effort. I need to make a hard work so that in the next coming exams I can secure good marks. If you think in such a way, then it is a competition. ಅವರಿಗಿಂತ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್. Okay, now what do you mean by rivalry? See, your friend has your friend has scored more marks than yours. So what do you think is, oh, she has secured more marks. So what I need to do is, in next coming exam, I should rob her textbook or I should rob her notes so that she can't study and she'll get less marks than mine. If you think in such a way, then it is called rivalry. See, the action which you are supposed to do, and the thinking of yours is in a healthier way, then it is competition. And for the action which you are supposed to do, your thinking, if it is concentrating on unhealthier way, it is called rivalry. So you might think, what is the relation for competition and rivalry for the chapter, The Gardener? Yes, while reading the context, you will come to know the things. Okay, please have your textbook nearby. Elaboration can only impoverish this account and make it less authentic. I conceived this story in a flash. It has its genesis in my chance encounter with an old man. He was standing in a coconut grove near Chennaraipatna. His eyes were suffused with strange memories and native intelligence. He stood there, a tall figure, hair gone grey, a long beak-like nose and strong muscular arms. In one hand, a spade used to tend coconut trees, a newspaper tucked under his arm. He was a labourer, overseer and philosopher, all rolled into one. Okay, by reading this para, we have come to know that it is a flashback story. See, there is an old man, we don't know his name. Okay, there is an old man standing in a coconut grove near Chennaraipatna. Coconut grove means Tengin Tota anta heltivalla, that is called coconut grove. He was standing there near Chennaraipatna. Okay, his eyes were suffused with strange memories and native intelligence. What's the meaning of suffused? See here, eyes filled with tears. It is called suffused. Means the person, the old man, his eyes is filled with tears. With strange memories. Okay, when the flashback story, because of it, his eyes is filled with tears. He stood there, a person, an old man, standing there. He is a tall figure. He is a tall man, and his hair gone grey. A long beak-like nose and strong muscular arms. Though he is an old man, he has a strong muscular arms and his nose is it is like a long beak. In one hand, a spade used to tend coconut trees. What do you mean by spade? Spade is a tool. That is some of the tools. Equipment, you can call it as equipment. And they have also said that a spade used to tend coconut trees. A newspaper tucked under his arm. He is holding a newspaper and is keeping a newspaper under his arm. He was a labourer, overseer and philosopher, all rolled into one. Means he was a labourer. He was working as a labourer and he was also an overseer. Overseer is like in charge, supervisor. It is like overseer, and he was also a philosopher. He knew many things, everything, multi-talented. That is, this old man was a labourer, overseer, and also a philosopher. Okay. Next, he came to this garden one day after walking hundreds of miles. Finally, he is in the garden. See, there is a difference between kilometers and miles. 100 kilometers is kilometer, 100 kilometers, but miles is more than it. Okay, he came to this garden one fine day, this old man reached the garden after walking hundreds of miles. The owner of this plantation needed a person exactly like him. A few words were exchanged. The old man stayed on. He was really useful. He was well versed in agriculture and could understand the problems of worker. See, this old man was in need of a job. Finally, what happened is, this old man, after working hundreds of miles, he reached the coconut dam. There he met the owner of the plantation. ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಓನರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವನನ್ನ ಇವರು ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Then what happened is, few words exchanged between the owner and the old man. Then afterwards, after that, what happened is, the owner felt that he wanted the person exactly like him. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೂತನ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. Then what happened? A few words exchanged. The old man stayed on. He was really useful. Owner felt that this old man is really useful to my field. He was well versed in agriculture and could understand the problem of workers. This old man had a well versed knowledge, ತುಂಬಾನೇ knowledge ಇತ್ತು about agriculture, and the old man was the right person because he could understand the problems of the worker. ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಗೆ ಇತ್ತು. The petty theft in the garden came to an end. Yes, before the arrival of the old man in the coconut field, many theft used to take place. After the arrival of the old man, because of his intelligence, because of his sincerity, the petty theft in the field came to. After the arrival of the old man, what happened is, the income became more and more. Then what happened is, there was a perceptible change in the lifestyle of the owner. See, after getting more and more income, there was a change in the owner's life. The plantation expanded. See, the plantation ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಜಮೀನು, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್ ಇಂದ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಕೋಕೋನಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ, what he had, it had become more. But the owner became lethargic and shied away from hard work. Lethargic means somariyagudu, lazy. Okay, after getting more and more income, when his plantation expanded, this owner became lethargic. ಯಾವ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. He became very lazy and shied away from hard work. He stopped doing hard work and he completely depended on the old man. His wife found all this very strange. See, his wife, owner's wife, felt this very strange. She felt this as unusual because his husband has become lazy. He is not doing any work. He is not giving concentration on the work because each and everything is looked after by the old man. And then next, what happens? She found it hard to decide whether the old man's arrival was for the better or for the worse. She started thinking whether this old man's arrival is for the betterment or for the worst. ಒಳ್ಳೆದಕ್ಕ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಕ್ಕ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. She started thinking. And next, her husband's wealth and social prestige had risen higher. See, the owner's wealth and the social prestige. Obviously, when we get wealth, when we become rich, the social status will also rises. This is what happens in the owner's life. Her husband's wealth and social prestige had risen higher. He acquired a number of friends in the next town and an equal number in his own village. He acquired a number of friends. Unge friends ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರು in the next town and as well as in his village. Even though he had precious little to do, his life became crowded with colorful events. See, when we get more money, we inculcate many other such things, many other entertainment things. We inculcate it. When we get more and more money, we'll start enjoying it. Isn't it? That is what the owner is also doing in this lesson. She became apprehensive about his adultery and umpteen other cultivated lately. thanks to his newly acquired cloud. See, what happened is she became apprehensive. Apprehensive means fear. She started fearing. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. Why? Because of seeing his adultery. What do you mean by adultery? Adultery means when a man gets more and more money, his mind gets diverted towards other illegal activities. So even this old man started, he had a illegal relationship with some other ladies. He inculcated some bad habits and umpteen other mixes. Mixes are nothing but bad habits. Okay, then what happened is she was worried. She was worried by seeing her husband's bad habits. Next, what happens? Their farm, which was merely 10 acres, had grown beyond their imagination. See, starting before the arrival of the old man, the owner had 10 acres of land. But now it has grown beyond their imagination. ಅವರ ಊಹೆಗೂ ಮೀರಿ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಗಳು ಬೆಳೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾವೆ. That was fine, but their life also was gradually getting out of. The man expanded his plantation more than their imagination. But what happened is gradually their life getting out of their hand. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರ ಜೀವನ ಕೈ ಮೀರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅವ್ರು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So what happened is, but their life was gradually getting out of hand. Okay, next para. When she was in a fix like this, one day the old man met her and behaved as though he knew all about her plight. He smiled at her and brought down an offering of tender coconuts from a nearby tree. He sat on the embankment of the well. She had no alternative and she sat next to him. The sun was slipping away into the western horizon. His rays were reaching the walls of the well through the foliage of coconut, mango and jackfruit trees. See, next what happened is, when she was in a fix like this, when she was attached to that mood, because we knew it, because her husband is not doing any work and he has inculcated very bad habits. He has become very lazy. So she was thinking of that things. And next what happened is, one day the old man met her and behaved as though he knew all about her plight. See, one day what happens is, when she was sitting near the well, what happened? The old man arrived and he behaved as though he knew all. This old man behaved in such a way that he knew everything that what she was thinking about. Then what he did is, he smiled at her and brought down an offering of tender coconuts from a nearby tree. See, after seeing his owner's wife, what he did is, he went and he bought a tender coconut and he offered to the lady. Then what happened is, he sat on the embankment of the wall. What do you mean embankment? It's a strong wall. See, you can also tell, like ಗೋಡೆ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಜಮೀನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗದ್ದೆಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಬಾವಿ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It will be very strong. What he did is, he sat over there. He sat on the embankment of the well. She had no alternative and she sat next to him. See, ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿ ಇದೆ. What she did is, even the lady sat next to him. The sun was slipping away into the western horizon. Means, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು, the sun, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಮುಳುಗುವಂತ ಸಮಯ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is evening, because the sun was slipping into the west horizon. His rays were reaching the walls of the well through the foliage of coconut, mango and jackfruit trees. Foliage ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, see, leaves of plants. Okay, ಆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯದಿಂದ what had happened is, sun rays were reaching the wall. This is what the explanation the author is giving here. Okay, now what happened is, the old man began his narrative. The old man started telling his own story. In a far off place, once there was a man called Tamanna. He had everything: 10 acres of wetland, a comfortable house, people too ready to do his bidding. The most important among all his possessions was his rival Sangoji. See, now what he is telling is, in a far off place, once there was a man called Tamanna. Please remember the name Tamanna. He had everything. The man had everything. He had lived a very comfortable life. 10 acres of wetland. 10 acres of wetland ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀರಾವರಿ ಜಮೀನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. We get more yield through the wetland, right? So the old man is narrating that Tamanna had everything and he had 10 acres of wetland. A comfortable house. He had a very comfortable house to live. People too ready to do his bidding. Bidding is nothing but command. People were ready to do whatever the command given by Tamanna. The most important among all his possessions was his rival Sangoji. See, he had a rivalry with whom? His name is Sangoji. Next, what happens? After proceeding this far, the old man started fumbling for words as though he had committed a mistake. See, after explaining, while narrating the story, after proceeding this part, what the old man did is, he started fumbling. Fumbling means clumsy. He started getting confusing. For what? See, he felt that he made a mistake. What mistake? She was listening. The owner's wife was listening the narration told by the old man. She felt like going away, saying all this is none of my concern. However, unwilling to hurt the old man, she continued to sit there quietly. See, when the old man was narrating the story, she didn't want to listen to it. She wanted to tell that all this is none of my concern. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ನೀನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀಯ ಈ ಕಥೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ she thought of going there. But still, she didn't want to hurt the old man, so she sat there quietly. And next, what happened is, the old man went on. The old man went on means he started continuing the story. No, his name was not Sangoji. It was Basvaya. Then he recalls the name, he recalls the right name. Then suddenly he says that, no, his name was not Sangoji. Avana hesaru Sangoji alla. Yes, his name was Basvaya. He expressed his amazement at how facts take on such varied guesses when they are narrated as fiction. See, Basvaya says that he expressed his amazement at how the facts take on. See, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಥೆಗಳು ಹೇಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ to take on such vague guesses. See, it is nothing but acting or the way of speaking. The speaking, ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೆನಪಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತವೆ ವಿಷಯಗಳು when they are narrated as fiction. When the story is narrated as a fiction, the story moves on. This and next what he did. And next, the old man continued to narrate the story.